Alright, and let's go ahead and get started. Howdy, howdy, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sharkinbear, and welcome to the channel where today we're going to be checking out Inkbound. This is a game that I've been putting in quite a bit of time into recently. Not a whole bunch of time, but enough to unlock two of the major classes, or aspects as they call them in this game. What is Inkbound? Well, Inkbound is a game that I would surmise as like a roguelite turn-based RPG. Basically, you delve into books, and each book has a theme. You'll see as we go through. You fight monsters, you take turns, you have abilities down here that you can use. You keep going through the stories until you defeat a final boss. You come back here, and as you make completions through your runs in these book/dungeons, you unlock new equipment to use in next runs, and also, increase the difficulty, which I've already increased the difficulty one time, not much beyond that, mostly just because I casually have been playing this. There is quick play, there is ranked, and then there is the daily challenge. Now, at any point in time, you can click over here, find party, and it'll actually group you up with other people to play with. There's also classes in this game. I'm using one of the new ones today. They added into the game on October 27th with the Gods. Oh my god, I can't remember what the update was called. It was called the Gods It's Something update, and which is terrible because I'm doing a video on it right now. Anyways, the two characters they added were the Chainbreaker and the Godkeeper. Now, they both play different, and every character plays different. That's nothing new. The last character they did update was the Star Captain. And they all have themes. So the Chainbreaker is the one we're checking out today. It says complexity 5. I don't know if I believe it's a fairly complex character, but there is some management with some of the things they do. They even kind of describe to you over here on the side what it is that they do. So in here, the Chainbreaker, after he uses Runic Strike 3 times, he gains 1 combo. And on using your next binding, you consume the combo to reduce the cost and cooldown by 1 per stack. So Runic Strike is his basic attack right here. He teleports to an enemy, doing 90 physical damage, gains 5 movement, and the next time he uses it, he deals magic damage. Infuse allows him to uppercut an enemy and push them into another enemy for magic damage, and the enemy who gets hit gets physical damage. And there's Eruption that does a cleave in front of you for physical and magic damage together. So he's a little hybrid of magic and physical. None of that makes sense to you. That's okay. Gonna explain that as we go through it. Another big thing I have to say for Inkbound right off the bat that a lot of people thoroughly enjoyed, but not at first, was that the game had a microtransaction store. That was a total turn off for a lot of people. It did not even remotely bother me, mostly because I wanted to support the devs, which is the reason why I bought into it. But recently they made waves in and made some good reputation with the community in the fact that they removed their microtransaction store completely. Now, instead of that, as you play through the game, you'll actually gain the in-game currency, which I think is called Glimmer. I could be wrong. Let's see what it's called, because I don't want to make a fool of myself. Vault Dust. That's what they call it now, Vault Dust. Oh, and I forgot to claim some gear. Okay, so they also have seasonal rewards, but the seasonal rewards, you don't buy a battle pass, so you don't buy anything similar. Matter of fact, I just got myself 200 Vault Dust. This is just something they add that you grow on as you play through the game. It's no pay to win. There's nothing like that in the game. Everything in the game, minus what's on the seasonal tracker that you unlock natural through natural progression play and can in no way buy. You get that Glimmer Dust, or Vault Dust as you call it, and you can actually come in here and see all the cosmetics they currently have in the game that aren't attached to the season pass. You can come in here at any time once you've got enough Vault Dust, and you can literally purchase everything in the game, which is pretty absurd. Again, minus the stuff that's on the season pass. So this was pretty monumental for the community. The community is big, it is rifling. It is, if you look, there are plenty of people around here at the spawn point in this game. If you just sit here and you'll watch people, butt hung, spawn into the game, and you can tell that a lot of people have invested time in there. We have a guy over here, 68. Literally, as soon as I started the game, I saw like 12 people just sitting at the starting point getting ready to do their runs. The community is also very nice and communicative. The game does have chat, like text chat in there. I don't think it has voice chat by any chance, but we're going to jump into a quick dive just so we can explain a couple of things and how the game plays. And that being said, that way you can determine if this is a game maybe you've been looking forward to, or maybe when you've been holding off to and you want to see where it's going. and explain the mechanics of how it plays. So let's go jump into it. And if you like the content and want to see more Inkbound, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. As always, I hope everybody's having a great day, and let us jump into it. I'm going to go ahead and jump into the quick dive. I am not going to say that I am going to win this run. Again, I am still fairly new at the game. I've just been investing time at it, in it here and there, and I enjoy the game. And they've made a couple of changes to how the playstyle works. For instance, you'll notice at the bottom left-hand corner, we have our health bar. We have 50 health, and over the side is our action bar, our four action points, essentially. It used to be the movement was also part of our action points. So anytime we moved, it would also cost a certain amount of action points, and a certain amount of distance would be an action point. So you were having to, you know, use your resource economy wise in order to decide what you wanted to do as far as attacking, and if you wanted to move out of the way of certain attacks. Now they've gotten rid of that. Now every character has some movement. Over here, you can see on the stat window that I have 70 movement, and that pretty much gives you a wide range. It doesn't take action points, and you can move so far, you know, and, you know, relocate yourself on the battlefield for a certain amount of distance, essentially. There's a ring around you, and it gets smaller as you move to indicate that's how much movement you have left. And then, yeah, so we'll go from there. A couple of other changes we got is whenever you start a dive, you can now decide if this is, you know, maybe you didn't want to play this class, you could change to a different class. This is where you do it. And over here is one of the newer things. It's called the Cabinet of Trinkets. Before any run, you can select a trinket that'll be active on your character the entire time. You unlock these by playing the season, you get some keys, and then you unlock a new one that you don't have, or you can use another one. I am probably going to go with... I really hadn't thought about this far. There's some bonuses to everything. We could go a crit build. We can go a money build. I don't even remember what I did last time. I'm very partial to the venom poison style. We also have at the end of combat gain 10 more physical damage if magic bindings were used than physical bindings, or vice versa. Let's see. I can't unlock any new ones. Oh, so many decisions right here off the bat. Let's go crit chance. Let's see if crit's worth it. So another thing they changed out is as you play the game, you'll also gain equipment, which is called vestiges. Now vestiges actually come in different sets, so you can have like a tiered set. So if you get 3 pieces of poison equipment, there's a bonus for actually having 3 pieces of poison equipment, like you do extra poison damage. So we'll see how that goes. There's also a whole bunch of quests. I'm not really showcasing the quests right now. I just want to more or less show the gameplay, but there are tons of quests and tons of objectives for you to play through. Yeah, and gain new rewards and XP. I don't really know if there's a difference in these right now. I think the only time there's a difference in like difficulty is when you're doing ranked. So we're going to choose a silent promenade. We're going to jump in this book and we're going to fight some enemies. Alright, so we have right here, we have an uncommon augment and a tarnished vault and a potion supply. Anytime you start off a run, you're going to have all 3 of these. I'm going to run over here, hit the potion. We have a mercurial potion. You can use this at any point in time you are in combat. If I were to click this one, reduces cooldown of a random binding to 0 and you gain 30 movement. So the reduced cooldown of a random binding. So this right here, if you look at this, it costs 3 action points to use, and it takes 4 turns for this to come off cooldown. If I use this potion, it'll actually reduce this cooldown from 4 to 3 without actually having taken a full turn. So after we've used this, so that's pretty nice. Uncommon augment. This is basically the way you fix your build is you pick a playstyle. In this instance, so if I were to use this, you have 3 slots right here, by the way. That tells you how many times you can augment an ability. Benevolent Interruption. You and your allies gain 1 health if they are below 50% max HP. Also heal 1. Alright, so basically we have the ability to create a shield if we were to use this for everybody in the party for 1 shield. This one is Magic Runic Strength. This is on our 1 key. Oh wait, I actually lied. Does this cost 3 AP? I think that it does. Okay, I was seeing 1, 2, 3. I think that's right. Magic Runic Strike, 40 crit damage, increases magic rune strike damage by 40. And then there's a plus 50 to physical collision damage whenever we knock an enemy to another enemy. I am not a fan of any of these. I'm going to go ahead and re-roll. This little triangle down here is called a globule. You can get those as you complete a run and do different things. It is basically your re-roll currency. I'm going to go re-roll and see if we can do something else here. We have a 4% chance, crit chance, increases physical strike damage by 40, inflicts sap on a target. On defeat, restores 2 HP per stack to the attacker, lost on in turn. Or we can do Blighted Chi Eruption. Inflict 5 poison to all enemies. If they already had poison, inflict 15 damage. I'm not gonna lie, I really like this. I know we went crit chance, but I said crit chance. We're gonna go Runic Strike. So the first time we ever hit with Runic Strike, it should in fact do additional physical damage. Now these are your vestiges. These are the equipments. You have 7 slots right here to equip slots in. If you hover your mouse over the indicator right above, below the title of the gear, it'll tell you what your bonuses are if you have multiple pieces of that set. So if I were to have 2 pieces of the Quilling Hoarder set, which is indicated by this right here, we get 20% more Quillings, which is our currency for the in-game when we buy items in our store in the runs. Over here, on defeating a treasure pot, and permanently gain 10 Omni damage. There's 3 types of damage. There's physical damage, magic damage, and Omni damage. Physical damage is exactly what it sounds like. Magic damage is what it sounds like. Omni damage is exactly what it sounds like, but I'll explain. It improves physical and magic. Personally, I really like that one. And none of these are... You know what? Future Willer is also extremely good, especially if you want to end a fight super fast in the early game. I'm going to go ahead and take that for now. Because we have that, we have their first piece of the Ambusher set. If we were to get 4 pieces, this bonus right here on your first turn, you gain 2 will, would actually also happen on our second turn as well. So let's go ahead and start the run. You hover over here, you can pick which one you want to do. This one will give us 2 vestiges, because that's what comes out of the vaults. This one will give us a vestige and extra currency. Indicator right here, we have 150 quilling. I'm going to go ahead and try to get some more money, because there are stores that you get in the run that'll help you buy more items. You break all the gluey yellow things in the game, and that'll give you more quilling. Every arena is circular shaped like this, and whenever you're ready and you've explored little areas, sometimes they have little hidden things in the nooks and crannies of the level, we'll just click on the skull and it'll begin combat. So here we are. Here's the fights. So there's a lot of things going on right here, but it's also super easy to read. If you look above at my character right now, you can tell there's the number 12 in red. What does that indicate? Well, that indicates that currently, if I don't do anything at all, I'll take 12 damage whenever the enemy turns start. Well, there's a whole bunch of things we can do to negate that. Number 1, 2 of the enemies, this one right here and this one right here, are doing an AoE. So if I were to say move out of the way of this AoE, it would reduce the damage I would be taking next turn to 8. And then the arrows here indicate that these enemies are directly attacking me. So if I do not do anything to negate that damage, such as block damage, which I don't have any shield abilities to block said damage, then I'm going to take the full 12. But I could try to kill them outright and negate that damage entirely just by killing them. This one right here, it's fairly useful. You can actually hover over the enemy's little icons and it'll tell you what it does. On defeat will explode on turn end, and also at the start of the turn it'll create a small little blight pool, which is what this is over here. If you stand in one and you end your turn, you will take damage from that pool. And as the turns go on, the circle actually start collapsing towards the middle, so there's less fighting room, less room spread out. Over here is a power orb. There's one that spawns every turn. If I were to pick this up, it does 2 things. It gives me an extra action point on the turn, and it would also reduce the cooldown of any skill that is on cooldown by 1, which is very useful. I know there's a lot of information, but you'll get it as we go along. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to look at seeing if I can take some players off the board. And right here off the bat, if I press my 3 for my cleave and start aiming it, I can tell that I'm going to kill 2 of the enemies that are going to do direct damage to me immediately. And I think there's a chance, yes, if I move back ever so slightly, I'm actually going to eliminate the threat entirely from all enemies directly damaging me. So I think we're going to do that. Boom, they are dead. I'm going to go ahead and pick up this power orb. And if you notice over here, one of my skills is on fire. That means that whenever I use this skill, it has a crit charge on it and it'll do extra damage. So we're going to do that. I think we're going to go ahead and finish off this enemy. He is dead. And now we have 1 enemy left. We have 3 action points left to us. Our Runic Strike will actually teleport us near the enemy. So that is what we're going to do. I'm going to hit him once. I'm going to hit him twice. And then I'm also going to hit him one more time. That's going to kill him, but it would also knock him back if he were to survive. And that is the end of the fight. Took absolutely 0 damage there. We had 6 AP there at the start, if you noticed that, and that is from our future Willer. That was pretty nice. We'll go ahead and hit the Binding Tuner to start tuning another one of our augments. But in this case, it's actually going to offer us another ability. You only start with 3, and you can gain 2 more as you play. I think I'm going to go ahead and take this one. This is one of my favorite ones, Cultivate. It basically puts another power orb on the ground, but for each turn it is on the ground, you get another free action point, or will, as I call it in the game. I'm going to go ahead and pick that one up. We're going to take our Quilling Cage, get a whole bunch of money right there. We're going to hit the vault, and we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a piece of gear. Alright, so we have a couple options here. We can go with Station Great Klaxon. On your first turn, gain 50 movement. I'm not really concerned that much with movement, and the reason why I say that is eventually there's another skill that I like taking pretty much every time I play. Same thing with Cultivate. It's pretty nice. Or we could stick with trying to build towards an Ambusher set. If we do this, we'll have 2 pieces to the Ambusher. Still not enough to activate this, but it does make us stronger on our first turn. This is also an uncommon one. On your turn, reduce movement, cooldown to 0. I'm actually going to re-roll so we have some currency. I want to see if I can get something slightly better. Honestly, I am a big fan of poison. We did say that already. Poison is magic damage. Let's re-roll one more time. I got money. Why not? And I'm going to re-roll again. And I'm going to spend all my money here if I want. I want something that I think I'll enjoy better. I'm gonna go broke doing this. Reaver. Reaver's actually good for us because it gives us crit damage, and it also fulfills our Ambusher bonus, or it gives us Ambusher. On your first turn, all bindings gain critical charge. That is nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that. All right, so now we have 2 pieces of the Ambusher, and we have 1 piece of the Reaver. And we only need 2 pieces to get a Reaver bonus. So, and it'll show right here which ones you have. If you want to know what each stat does, you can actually hit Z on the keyboard, and it'll actually tell you what your current stats are for your character. We have 8% crit chance and 50 crit damage. We're going to try to buff that up a little bit. Whenever you come over here, you then have 3 choices to go to your next level. The Carver is basically your in-game shop. There's currently nothing you can afford. I mean, I could technically afford something. The cheapest thing there is 100 Quillings. But I'm going to skip that for now because you'll be offered the in-game store several times to upgrade your character. Bindings gain a free binding and the option to purchase another binding. So we can get a way to augment one of these, as well as for an additional amount of Quilling, we can get a second one as well, maybe a new skill. And Sea Breach. A rift in the story creates an opportunity for you to make a powerful choice. You basically get 3 random options. One that'll ask you to sacrifice something, one that tells you, hey, just take this. It's a medium choice, and then there might be another choice. I think I'm gonna go with the binding. And right here, you can tell we have our uncommon augment. On pickup, shield, gain 2 shield. We also have inflict sap on enemy. I think we had the physical runic strike already. I'm gonna go ahead and increase our runic fist here. We don't have enough Quilling because I spent a lot of money re-rolling the last one. And here we are, we got 3 more choices. This is a normal encounter for a vestige and Quilling Cage, a hard encounter for a tarnished vault and an uncommon augment for one of our abilities, and a tarnished vault and a glyph globule, which we said is the reroll currency. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the vault and the augment. We have another potion, and this one gives us 10 shield. That's nice. Looking around the level, I always search around just in case there might be something standing off to the side, and we'll go ahead and begin combat. Alright, so we have a whole bunch of stuff going on here as well. A whole bunch of enemies targeting us. You'll also see pulsing purple little circles right here. This tells us that there's these aren't the only enemies. Next turn, more enemies will spawn in at these locations. So we do have to keep that in mind. Let's see if we can take out all 4 of these explosive dudes. Looks we can, so we will. Oh, we actually missed one. We'll go ahead and dead him. Let's see. Can I afford to hit him into him? There we go. We took him out. And now I'm going to go ahead and skip my turn. Or in my turn, sorry. We're taking 0 damage because we're not in the AoE and there's nothing directly attacking us. And it looks like there's going to be more enemies who spawn in on the next turn as well. As you can tell right now, we have 3 guys attacking us for a total of 6 damage. I had Eruption is on cooldown because it takes 4 turns for this to come off cooldown, and we hit a power orb earlier, so technically 3. We have Infused Fist that's also on a cooldown for another 2 turns. But once I pick this orb up right here, it's going to give us 5 action points, and it's actually going to reduce these cooldowns down to 1 instead. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start hitting stuff. We got a combo point because that was actually the 3rd time we used Runic Strike, and then our next skill is actually going to be free to use. I'm going to go ahead and spawn a cultivated plant there because I want to gain some excess will. Hit that guy. Can we end him? It doesn't look like we're going to be able to end him, but that's okay. We're going to take 3 damage. This is actually really good for us because now our cooldowns are reduced by 1. Let's see what I want to do here. We could end some guys right now. Can we? How many enemies can we get in there? It looks like we're gonna be able to get all these guys. We'll do that, and now we only have 1 enemy directly aimed at us. I'm going to go ahead and throw him into somebody else. And it looks like we're going to take 3 damage. I'm okay with that. Did we take the sap? We took sap. Okay. So if we kill anybody with sap, we're actually going to get 2 health per stack on the enemy. So we only have 1 stack of sap. How much health does he get? 140? Yeah, so we don't have enough damage to kill him outright. Because 130 for physical and 190 for that one. So we would just be shy of being able to kill him. So I'm going to hold off. I'm going to take 3. No more enemies are going to spawn on this turn. I'm going to go ahead and pick up this power orb. We're not ready. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and cleave. We're going to kill 2 of the enemies. I'm also going to go ahead and take the cultivated plant. That's going to give us some more AP, action points, will, whatever you want to call it. And this should be able to help us clean up what's left. Go ahead and take a binding. We have Shield Wall, Poison Vapor, and Invigorate. I like poison builds. I usually take Poison Vapor. Shield Wall is also a good alternative. It is a skill that costs 1 action point, has a 4-turn cooldown, and will give us 5 shield to mitigate 5 damage, as well as play 8 stacks of Spike. Spike dealing physical damage per stack. So right there, if someone were to hit us, we would deal 80 damage to them. On turn start, we would lose half those stacks to 4 right now. I'm going to go ahead and pick up Shield Wall just to give us some survivability. And now we have Decaying Binding, Voices of Fortune, and Misting Bells. Collect an orb, gain 1 shield. That's actually not a bad skill at all. That is a Bastion level skill. And just by picking this up, you only have to have 3 pieces in order to get the benefit of the full tier of the Bastion set. That's pretty much guaranteeing us 1 shield every turn, just because we're going to be picking up a shield orb every turn. I mean, that's nice. Don't get me wrong. We don't have a lot of money right now. I'm going to go ahead and re-roll. This is also nice. It gives us more to our Ambusher set. I'm going to go ahead and grab, or a Reaver set, sorry. This gives us extra crit damage, so we've met our 2-piece, and it'll actually activate over here. It'll tell you how many pieces you have. Go ahead and take our augment on picking up, gain 2 shield, or get an additional 2 shield whenever we activate our shield. Increased teleport range is also pretty good, but we should probably look at also increasing one of our other skills. I think I'm going to go ahead and pick up Cultivated Shields just so we have another source of gaining shield. I do not have enough money to spend anything over at the carver, so next our options are binding or get another binding and sea breach. Well, we did binding last time. Let's go ahead and take sea breach. We also have another potion here. We have elemental ale. Left click until end of turn on hitting, inflict 2 stacks of frostbite and 5 stacks of burn. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a big fan of this mercurial elixir for this character right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and swap that one out. You can only have 2 potions on yourself, and then we'll go ahead and touch the sea breach. The sea breach here, we break it open, we get 15 omni damage, which is amazing. Or we can wait for 4 combats and immediately get a legendary vestige, or wait a little while and create 2 glyphs and a large amount of quillings after 2 combats. That's also pretty good. These are all phenomenal. Sometimes they're not all this great. I think I'm gonna wait on the legendary vestige. I don't know how we could, you know, be expected to do anything else. If we have a money option, I might take that. We don't have a money option. We have a vestige option for 2 and an augmentation. I'm gonna go ahead and do the vestiges. I'd like to start working on our tier sets that we got working now. Get some quilling. Anything else around that we can break? Click on combat begin. And this is a treasure quilling right here. If we can destroy this, we get a whole bunch of extra money. Every 25% max HP threshold will drop some quilling. Defeat it will drop even more. Will flee after 2 combat turns. So ideally, we'll destroy this thing. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to drop a plant. I'm going to hit this thing. I can also... Ooh, we have 2 of those guys. We're out of action points. I'm going to go ahead and step on the side and take 0 damage. If not hit for a turn, 25% combat chance. Okay, we're definitely going to want to stop that. We got 2 enemies directly attacking us right now. We have the big boy right here. I'm also going to go ahead and, let's see. Let's do something. I'm going to do this. I want to cause some AoE damage. Hadn't done that yet. Also going to shield myself up to reduce the damage we're taking. Hit that guy. Hit that guy. Hit that guy. I think we have no choice but to get hit now that I look at it, because we're inside the AoE. I don't think we can get out. I'm going to go ahead and hit him. You know what? Let's use both potions. I don't want to take that 5. We're going to take 2. Wow, even when we took 10, we have 15 shield. Wow, we were going to deal a lot of damage. The frost does frost bindings whenever you hit enemy with frost, and then fire damage does fire damage every turn. Damage resist when he's burrowed. Not so much damage resist when they're not burrowed. Looks like we have a whole bunch of enemies up who are targeting us. Let's see if we can cleave these enemies down. Alright. He's dead. I'm gonna go ahead and claim my plant. Can I... How much... I think I may have messed up here. I should be fine. Oh, man. We were right on the edge of it, too. Wait a minute. Can I... Can I... Oh, I can. Okay, that's nice. So we're going to take 6 damage just from being in here because we can't move very far. That's still better than the 10 we were about to take. Usually by now I have my teleport skill, but do not have it. In that fight, we have Stranglehold Klaxon. We have this one right here. I'll re-roll. 15 magic damage isn't bad. Negative 15 damage resist, but we deal 30 omni damage. On your first turn, gain 1 will and 50 magic damage until end of turn. I'm gonna go ahead and take that one. And then we have another vault over here with some more options. Twin Fangs. On using a binding, gain 3 crit chance until you gain a critical charge. That one's not bad. Plus, we get the binding for a 3-piece is 75% extra crit damage. The Hovel, a Lost Will, wanders the waste of Runestone Silent Promenade. The Vestigial Shrine. The Vestigial Shrine is actually pretty good. If you get duplicates of a thing, or you're just trying to make a bonus, you can actually sacrifice a piece of this. So say I wanted to sacrifice a piece of one of my Reaver gear, it actually give me the bonus for having 4 pieces as opposed to 3 pieces. I mean, obviously there's no bonus for 4, you have to get 5, but we basically sack a piece to get double the bonus, essentially. Gain a free binding and option to purchase another one. We're not going to be able to purchase another one. And Ohm is another character who lives here in the Silent Promenade who will also have some goodies to give us. I'm going to go ahead and check in with Ohm for a minute. Maybe he has something to say to us. Here's Ohm. So you defeated the villain, only to have it return even stronger than before. Stronger and needless than have tried and failed to end the cycle. The ink is stolen and the ink is retrieved, on and on and on. It is as if you needless were created for the continued movement of this cycle rather than the abolition of it entirely. As if these villains were revived with power greater than their own. You are fighting against an unbound being that you do not understand, needless, and there are many ways that will strive to keep it that way. Alright, so he gave us a little bit of lore context or whatever for the game. And then we also have a vault here. We have Moss Embrace. On critting, you gain 1 stack of blur. I believe 1 stack of blur, yeah, reduces damage by 1 whenever you crit. We also have Harmonizing Whistle. After using both a magic fist and physical binding on your turn, reduce all cooldowns by once per turn. On your turn, if you were not hit in the previous turn, gain 20 magic damage until end of combat. That's also fairly good. How many pieces of magic do we have? We have 1. No, we have 2. Wait a minute. That's enchanted. Alright, so we would only have 2 pieces, but that's still plus 25 magic damage. It's not bad. I feel like we're too busy trying to juggle too many bonuses, and I really want to keep on our bonuses that we're working towards. I'm actually going to do this crit chance one because we're going for a crit chance maneuver here. For crit chance, we got an additional 10% crit, so that brings us up to 20%. Yeah, is that right? Yeah, okay. Cool. We're going to go ahead here, and I think we're probably more or less going to end up fighting the boss of this book here next. We got Oozing Jelly. Left click to get plus 10 to burn damage, plus 6 to poison damage, and plus 10 to bleed damage. Not really going to do us any good per se. We don't have enough money to heal. We can get another augment, or we can buy another vestige from this guy. We can't afford but 1 vestige from him, and we already have Future Will, or the abilities don't stack as far as I can tell. This would give us 4 pieces of this. It wouldn't do anything for us right off the bat. But counter assistance is not terrible. We'll go ahead and grab this, just so we work towards that. We might end up sacking a piece of Reaver gear just to get the next bonus if we don't have another vestige. One thing to note about the uncommon augment if you play the game, whenever you come to Carvers, it tells you it's 100 glimmer or quilling to get this. I need to let you know, do not click this unless you want an augment, because the moment you click on it, you've already spent the quilling. So if you don't like any of the choices and you can't re-roll it anymore, does not matter. The quilling is gone. So only click this if you want an augment. That is my tip for that. Found out the hard way several times. Guardian Battle. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and go into our Guardian Battle over here. No other potions to be found or anything around. Begin battle. And it looks like our first fight is with the Rhinferno. This is going to be a fairly simple fight. So this is going to show some damage indicators we have not seen yet. So as of right now, these guys, when they die, they're going to explode where they're at. The Rhinferno himself has 3 rings. So there's one right here, and then one around the outside. This is going to do the most damage, this is going to reduce damage, and this is going to reduce damage even further. The further away you are from him, the less damage you take. Obviously, we have our shield up so we can prevent some of that damage, but it is important to note that that is going to happen. So we go ahead and do this. I am going to go ahead and drop down one of these. I'm going to go ahead and hit him a couple of times. I'm going to go ahead and cast my shield on myself since it costs 0, and I'm going to move far away. And I'm going to take 0 damage. He's still going to hit me, but he's going to take spiked damage from me because he's going to be hitting me, I think. Yep, he did take some damage from me. Now you also notice that his health bar is divided by this little diamond in the middle. Whenever you get to this diamond in the middle, it'll actually go on to the second phase of the fight. I don't think the second phase is any different than the first phase for him, but some enemies have several segments to it. So like he may have one segment, but I think the final boss for each book has like 2 or 3. So that's important to note as well. Let's see. Do I have a combo point? I do not have a combo point, but I have the gilded egg. I didn't even know that I had an egg. When did that happen? We also have spike damage still. Go ahead and kill these guys. This right here on this turn, Rhinferno is going to be charging me that way. So as long as I step off to the side somewhere, I should be fine. And because I'm teleporting to him, I can actually get behind him. Take 0. Oh, he actually faces us. This is not good. On being hit, we'll turn to face you. Okay, so we're going to stand off to the side right here, just so that we don't take any additional hits. I don't have that much more movement. I could probably afford to hit him one time, but I'm not going to do it. And he's going to leave lava wherever he's at. I'm going to go ahead and pick up this. You do not take damage for standing in it. You'll only take damage if you take an action like fighting him in that. I'm going to go ahead and kill these guys. And then, actually, it looks like, for me, it looks like I'm only going to take damage if I end my turn here. I think. Could be wrong, but usually if you're going to take damage, it would have a number next to you. Let's see. I have 41 health right now. Uh-oh. I am actually in danger now that I think about it, because I am standing in this lava. I didn't look at my movement again. I am an idiot. I don't think this is going to help me at all. I can move him back. That'll reduce some of it. I'm actually taking damage from the explosion right there. This is a horrible example. So I'm going to go ahead and shield myself. I'm going to take some damage. I don't know why I took damage there, but we're only going to take 6 when he hits us. We almost have him halfway dead. Go ahead and do that. Take these guys off the board. And there's no point in attacking them anymore, because you can tell we're no longer taking any damage other than the AoE from the explosion, and it's also taking that little part right there, phase shift, immune to bindings and damage until the next turn. So next turn started. Raging Inferno deals plus 15% damage and launches 2 bombs towards the player. Alright, so we have a little bit of information about what's going on now. He's also enraged, so he will turn to us any chance he gets. So I want to make sure that when I attack him, and I am done, that we move out of the way. Alright, there we go. The circle is starting to move in. Doesn't look like we can. I'm gonna take fire damage if I do that. And my circle is already pretty small. So I'm gonna go ahead and punch him over there, make it even smaller. I'm gonna do that, and we're gonna take 5 damage. Alright, so he's looking to charge me. That's A-okay. I'm gonna go ahead and grow one of those over there. If you had a stat that would bring down his stuff, it would actually work out a lot, because all that magic damage, which is one of my favorite builds to play for it, they tick, and they will do a lot of damage over time. Alright, we should hopefully have him gone on this turn. Can we get all these enemies in there? We don't have him. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if we can finish this guy off. There we go. And that is Ryan Furno down. We're gonna go ahead and hit this pool. It gives us all of our health back. That is a nice change. That didn't used to be there. We'll also get some bindings now. See, we have Twin Lash, teleport to an enemy, deal 115 physical damage twice, gaining an additional stack of Martial Master, which I believe Martial Master actually gives a combo, if I remember correctly. I think that's what it does. Martial Master, if using Rune Strike 3 times, gain 1 combo. Okay. Gain 5 movement, next usage deals magic damage. Teleport to an enemy and deal 130 physical damage. Gain 5 movement stacks, next usage deals magic damage. Increase the enemy's poison stacks by 25% and gain 1 poison damage the rest of combat. Okay, so we were on a poison build, we'd do that, but I've never taken Twin Lash. That sounds nice. We're going to do that. And then we also have a couple of things. We can reduce the cost of our cleave. We can give Crushing Fist crit chance, as well as additional physical collision for using that one. We don't have anything for Discount Eruption. I'm going to go ahead and take that, reduce its cost by 2 naturally. And because we have something that reduces cost for one of our skills, which one is it? Is it one of these? There's something that reduces the cost that we have. Don't remember which one it is. Reduces the will cost of binding. Okay. So that's what that one's naturally, but there's something else. I'm missing something. Oh well. We'll go and move to the Sea of Ink, and that's going to allow us to pick another book. You go through 2 books, and then you fight the boss of the area. So now you've done that, we can go ahead and truck through. These are the 2 guys that we talked to, Nib and Ben, and they have basically been our guide through the game. We have 4 pieces of Reaver, so we like all pieces of the Reaver gear we have. On your first turn, all bindings gain critical charge. On defeat, an enemy 25% chance to gain 1 will. That's actually fairly nice. On using a binding, gain 3 crit chance until you gain a charge. I would actually say that I would like to give this up, because we'd actually get a bonus to Reaver and Precision. So we get a 3-piece for Precision and a 5-piece for Reaver. I think that's worth it. So we're going to do that. Hey. Why didn't it give us the bonuses? Maybe I misunderstood, but choose vestige to destroy and gain their vestige sets permanently. Was that bugged? Because it gave us nothing. I feel like maybe that's gotta be bugged. Because the numbers would go up over here. That's unusual. That's unusual. Yeah, okay, well, we just gave up at least we gave up one of our pieces we didn't care too fondly for. Either that or we gave it up and we kept it. Because we lost those pieces, but we didn't gain anything. Right? So maybe that's the way it's supposed to work. You lose those pieces, you keep the bonuses, but you don't have to have it. Big Quilling Cage in the Superior Vault, Superior and a Heroic Vault, which will give us it's like the best vault you can get, so it's a purple vestige. Or an uncommon Augment and Quilling Cage. I think I'm going to go for the Heroic. Get some Quillings out of here. What do these guys do? On defeat, another random enemy is healed for 15% health and max health. We get a Power Orb. Whenever he attacks, he will face us. And on turn start, gain 100 shield. Alright, well, my job is going to be to try to hit all 3 of these. I can actually get all 4 of them. There we go. That is definitely nice. I'm going to go ahead and lay down a cultivate plant right there. And then I'm going to just smack it down on this guy. Oh, he's dead. Alright. I'm not even going to pick up this power orb. Next turn, another power orb is going to spawn. And we'll have additional sources of will. So now we have 3 potential AP. Actually, this one's going to give us 2 and disappears in 5 turns. So we potentially have 7 AP on the ground. And because we have 2 action power orbs right here, we'll actually be able to use this next turn if we pick both of them up. I'm going to go ahead and kill this guy. Kill that guy. And I'm going to move out of his way. Yeah, let's do that. We have 3 combo points right now, which is super nice. So all of our skills are also being cooled down because of that. I'm going to go ahead and pick up this one. And take these guys out. Take that guy out. And I don't think there's any point to trying to take this guy out. He's a fair good distance away. I don't really want to take 1 damage either, but I also don't want to... We're not going to spawn any more enemies. There's no more enemies spawning in because we can tell because there's pulsating spots. I'll go ahead and shield myself for the 1. He'll kill himself. Oh, no, he won't kill himself. It was not enough, but it is what it is. Go ahead and collect this orb. Take these guys down. And we have 4 will from this. That's enough to finish this guy off, I think. And there we go. Open our superior vault up. Looks like we have a Reaver bonus right here. On defeating an enemy, gain 25% chance for will. Let's check out the other one. Honestly, this one isn't offering anything that'll be even remotely useful to us. We don't have anything here. And this is the heroic one. This is sad. I'm gonna re-roll it. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. This one could be good. We have enough to get a 2-piece here. Give us 20% damage resistance, but we do take 1 health damage every turn. How much of this? Oh, this is both of them. Oh, I'm going to take this one. So now we're at a 3-piece for precision, which gives us 15% crit chance. It puts us at 33, and then we also have the 5 Reaver bonus for 100% crit damage bonus, which is putting us 250% additional damage when we hit with a crit chance. Let's see, what else do we got over here? I don't think we take any of these. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think we do. If we were, we'd give up this shadow book. We could. Yeah, you know what? We will. We will. Just because I want to work towards the bonuses. And we'll move on. Nothing from the Carver, Sea Breach, and Vestigial Shrine. Oh, we have 2 of those. I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice 1 of them. Purifier Prickler, plus 10 spike damage on each turn, gain 5 spike damage. Nice, okay. Oh, we got 2 potions here. Mercurial, don't like that one. We'll keep the other ones. Actually, we don't have anything that does any elemental damage, so I'll replace the Oozing Jelly with that one. I'm going to go ahead and sack one of our Sea Triggles. And now we have... See, that one gave us plus 7. That's weird. And then let's go ahead and work towards a superior vault, I think. Look around for any additional sources of income, and then we'll go ahead and do the fight. Ooh, we have a quilling enemy. Treasure pot. I am gonna go ahead and see how many enemies I can. Really, not many enemies, but I'd rather do that. Go knock him over there. Slap that thing down right there, and we don't need to guard at all, so go ahead and pass the turn. Only one of them is directly attacking us, so I'm gonna go ahead and take out that guy. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can. I don't want to deal with these guys getting extra damage, because that's what they do for the rest of combat when you don't kill them. Got a power orb underneath them. Take out those guys. Taking 12 damage here. This guy is doing AoE, so no matter where we're at, we're supposed to take damage. And I think we're getting extra will from our one of our vestiges. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm going to go ahead and shield up so we don't take any. Take the power orb, and then we'll wipe these guys off the face of the map. Oh, and there's, oh, I forgot all about that. We get the legendary. And that is Wolo's Bloodletter. On your combat, you lose 1 health. In combat, gain 10 Omni damage for every 3 HP you have missing. I am okay with that. Omni damage is very good. Let's see. When gain 5 shield and 8 stacks and you gain resistance, or gain 5 shield and gain 20 stacks of smite. Resistance. Plus 25 damage resistance. Does not stack. Lose at the start of turn. I don't think I've ever taken either one of these. I'll do the resistance. I've never tried out resistance. Nothing here. I'm actually not going to pick up a vestige because we're full in the vestige slots, so I would like rather to hold on to that. Venomous Strikes. Decrease runic damage by 30. Magic Runic Strikes inflicts 20 poison instead. I like that. I would like some damage over time. We're also going to dip into the... We could give up something to get that. Nah. Actually, what would we give up? If I wanted to get the crit one, what could I give up? Moss Mother's Embrace. Yeah, no, I'm going to give that up. Alright, so now we have 4 pieces of the Precision, and now we are 2 pieces away from getting our 6-piece set. Bindings now roll to gain critical charge when going on cooldown, instead of coming off a cooldown, and if it does, reset cooldown at 0. We now have 33% crit chance and 280% crit damage rating. Here we have reroll currency, a rare or a non-common augment, or a superior vault and a rare augment. I never even really look at the normal ones. So do that. Nothing else around. Let's start this fight up. We should be like 1 encounter away from the boss of this area. Go ahead and blow those guys away. go. I could have probably put down a flower, but I didn't. Man, we are hitting hella hard now. I'm gonna go ahead and put down a flower like I said I was gonna do. Next turn. Glass cannon deals 50% damage, increased damage, and takes 50% increased damage. Okay. Well, they're dead. Fight over. Man. This build is really starting to become something nasty. And... oh, on critting, gained 1 shield up to 4 times per turn. This is fitting our build really nicely. So now we have 5 pieces of the precision. Augment and inflict daze to colliding enemies. After hitting 3 enemies, the next runic strike has a 1-cost cooldown and gain 1 shield for every 10 damage you resist you have. I'm going to reroll this. We restore 2 health every time you cast wall. What's infusion? On hitting, gain 1 shield and lose 1 stack of infusion. So that's at least going to guarantee us a shield strike. Or 1 stack of shield every time we use it for the first time. I'm going to take the heal. We're losing health naturally anyways. And we have enough money. Oh, wait a minute. If I had to give up a crit chance one, what would it be? Oh man, these are all really good, to be honest. This is going to destroy our Reaver, but I'm be honest. Wait a minute. What's the bindings now? Roll to gain crit charge when going on cooldown instead of coming off of cooldown. And if it does, reset cooldown to 0. We might be able to swap that for this. But that's a Reaver skill. I think I might do that. I think I might do that. Might be the wrong move. Who knows? I made worse decisions in my life. But let's do that. Oh wait, I mean, we want to get rid of. Oh, I was looking at this wrong. We want to get rid of one with the precision. But we got Reaver. Can we give up something for? Because you can do this multiple times. We only needed to give up 1. Oh, we can't do this anymore. Okay. That's fine. Maybe we'll get something in the store that'll give us precision. I don't need to top up my health. I'm going to go ahead and see what we have in the store. If there's anything crit chance we can roll. We have plenty of money, so we can find... oh, on critting, inflict 10 stacks of poison. That'll also give us 2 sets. So right there, off the bat, we now have our precision set. And we also have Reaver set. Those go really well together. Let's go ahead and augment. I think we already have the one for shield. Yes, we do. When using physical runic strike, inflict shatter. 30% bonus to physical damage to targets. When using magic, runic strike inflicts hex. It's not bad at all. Alright. I'm not even going to worry about that. Let's go ahead and hit the Guardian battle. And we have the Captor. Has Soul Shield. 25 damage per stack. Loses 1 stack when a summoned ally dies. Reduces incoming damage by this percentage. Okay. So, take those enemies out. Put this down. Start wailing on this guy. Got 50 stacks of poison right there. Deals 5 magic damage per stack and lose half. That's fairly nice. I like that amount of damage is going out. I wanted to hit them with that since it was on there. And it is not going to be doing anything this turn at all. It's going to be doing an AoE. That's what it's going to be doing, but let's see if we can get more stacks of poison on there. 85. 105. Oh, we pushed it into the next phase. That's how much damage we did just right there. So we take 0 damage, and now this gets to cultivate for another turn, gaining some more charges. More enemies around. Can we cleave them down? Man, yes we can. Go ahead and push that guy away. I'm gonna go ahead and shield myself. And now it's just me and the enemy again. The boss, the captor. How much do I have right here? 4 will? We can do this. Dead. Man, and we leveled up our character for the season, or our profile for the season. Go ahead and get stylish treasure. That's going to give us a new cosmetic. In this, it's a meteor quill. It's this little thing that's following us around. We now have a different look for it. Pick a new augment. Crop harvest. Create a plant that grants 1 will, restores 2 health, and grants 4 shield for every turn it's on ground. Or create a flower that grants 2 will for each turn it's on the ground instead. You know what, just to be the safe choice, we got a lot of damage. We restored for 1 health. On hitting, gain 40 omni damage per enemy until end of turn. Not enemy defeated, per enemy. I like that, we're taking it. And we're on to the final area of the game. Now I know I have been playing this for a bit over an hour, but I promise you this game doesn't actually take that long. Mostly just me talking. I am not going to be sacking anything. Hard combat. We're gonna get Ancient Vault, which I didn't know there was actually. That's gonna be legendary. I believe it's gonna try to give us. We got another captor, but it is a much smaller scale. Each turn increase attack and shield of all enemies, then create a new minion. Okay. Increase attack by 25% for the rest of combat. If above 80% damage, deals 35% additional health. You do want to read these, by the way, because sometimes it might just be what saves your life. I think I just crit all of those enemies. Gonna put that down. Now we have 4 more coming next turn. And this guy, on counterattack, increases, or on countdown, increase the enemy attack for the rest of the combat. This guy is going to do additional damage if he's above 80%. Let's see if I can hit him over here. Oh no. Oh no! We're gonna take 5 damage. Go ahead and hit that. Take no damage. I would really like to be able to cleave all these guys, so I will. Can you kill that guy for me? Thank you. I'm going to hold off on the turn. This healing crop should be offering us a fair bit of shield if we need it. 4 health, or 4 will, H health, 8 health, and 16 shield. That's pretty nice. Go ahead and do that. I love it when I hit for H health, you know what I mean? Go ahead and do that. Should be the last turn. $11 action points. Oh no, we don't have enough action points to do this. We just demolished that guy. Plague Fist. Inflict 30 poisons to enemies colliding. Consume your remaining movement. Gained 1 shield for every 10 movement consumed. So at base, we get 7 shield if we were not to move at all. Picking physical binding, gain 1 cost discount. I'm going to do the 45. Ancient. So we have 2 options for this. Byron, the talking book. Any first turn, Byron will grant you words of encouragement and a random buff. Double your shield gain. Double my shield gain? That's pretty nice. I don't think I've actually been getting the benefit from Wolo's Bloodletter. It's just been taking health because we're not losing a lot of health. I think I'm going to do this. Heroic Vault. What do we have here? Nothing. We have all of these. On critting, smite an enemy for 50 magic damage. Nah, I'm good. Let's go to Carvers, and I think the boss is after Carvers, so we're not going to worry about that. Store a value for another vestige. Oh no, it's Cinder. Ah, I hate this enemy. I don't know when was the last time I've actually beaten this guy was. We'll find out. Cinder is probably the enemy I hate the most as far as bosses go, but this is the last fight, so go big or go home, right? So Cinder inflicts Cinder Pox on enemies. I don't know why the music is much louder here. Let's turn that down a little bit. Cinder. Inflict Cinder Pox on players, dealing damage at end of turn. Defeat Tangled Reinforcements to create Cleansing Shrooms, which can cleanse Cinder Pox. Deals 2 damage to the attacker when taking damage, so he will automatically deal damage to us just for hitting him. Cinder Cultist. Channeling, inflicting Blazing Barrier to all enemies. Defeat to cleanse the effect. Okay, so is he the one who, he does the Blazing Barrier, so he's the one who's got to go first. So he removed the barrier from the boss. I'm going to go ahead and put down a plant. And I'm going to start working on Cinder. We're going to take 0 damage. We've already did that much damage. That was insane. I'm also going to do that. So now we have 4 stacks of Cinder Pox. We can use 1 action point to take that and it'll cleanse us. Now we have to kill that guy in the back again. So that is what we'll do. I'm gonna go ahead and skip the turn since we're not taking any. Can we actually? Yeah, we can't target Cinder right now. He's gonna do the poison right there. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this. Might actually even do a bit of this. And cleanse. Can we get cleanse? We can't cleanse. Oh, did I? Yeah, okay, I cleansed. Nice. I am going to skip our turn since we need to get closer and the poison's in the way. Is he flying again? Oh, you jerk. And I'm also gonna choose to shield myself. Throw another plant down. Now I'm gonna try to deal with Cinder right now. What do I have? We're gonna gain 30 movement, which did nothing, by the way. Can I hit both of them? I can't hit both of them. And that's about half his health, right? Well, not half his health, but we're doing respectable right now. I wish I could... Can I get close enough? There we go. Not going to take any damage from that. And we're going to be sitting and poisoned if we stay here, but we're not taking any damage, so I'm not going to complain about it. I need to interact with some Cinderpox. There we go. Go ahead, throw a shield down. Another one of these. It might tick down because of the poison. I'm not gonna worry about it. He loves sitting over there in his own shit, doesn't he? Gonna pick that up. And I'm gonna see if we can... Is he in... Oh, he's not gonna take any damage. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and take this. Chuck him into the boss. I was gonna shield myself, get some spiky spike there, eat that prickly fish. He should be taking damage just because of that. What do we get here? Yeah, we're doing that. And that is Cinder down. That was a complete run of Inkbound. Now, after that, we get our rewards that are just rewarded. It'll tell you it's what our loadout looked like. It'll return us to home. And it'll actually show you where you are on your victory board, how many times you leveled up. We leveled up, what there, 3-4 times? And because it wasn't a ranked run, this is just, you know, seasonal level. We get a couple of things here. We get some more vestiges. Looks like we... Whoa, this looks like it might be a cosmetic. Yeah, it is. It is a cosmetic for one of our characters. Got some more... Nope, that was it. Okay. I thought there were more rewards. And then where were we at? Victory board. For every victory that you make it up to here, you get more unlocks. We have different little accomplishments we can do here. And here's all the equipment, by the way. So as you level up, you unlock new equipment / vestiges. So you actually open up your loot pool a lot for more build diversity as you play through the game. After we've done that, we return home. And we keep going. We pick the next character. You can unlock new difficulties and push it even further if you so choose. But this is more of a showcase of the latest update for Inkbound.
Just as before, you approach the well and are met with unbearable silence.
Until the quarter's voice is erased. Oh, we got a reward for that. On start turn, if you have 50% max HP or less, gain resistance. Okay, so we got another vestige unlocked. That's pretty nice. We completed a quest. I didn't even know that. And we also have another quest over here. These little yellow arrows will guide you to another quest. So it looks like we have to speak to the Tinkerer. So you've been messing with the repository. Well, you better have a good reason and delicate touch because that thing's what's going to save us. And I don't want you gumming up the works. Alright, well, that's all he had to say, huh? Alright. But yeah, that's a look at Inkbound and the what is it? This one, the Chainbreaker. I will be doing another episode here in the near future discussing the Godkeeper and showing you the gameplay. That one should go a lot quicker now that I've pretty much run down what Inkbound plays like. Did you like the content? Do you like Godkeeper? Have you played it? Have you played the Chainbreaker? What do you like about it? What do you not like about it? Tell me what your feelings are on the changes that have become, recently with the newest update. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Like and subscribe to this video if you liked it and you want to see more content for Inkbound. Until next time, you guys take care, and I will see you all then. Later.